We're using the number expanders to help us rename the number so we can break it up like this. 183 1.
We run a program here at Carlton Gardens called Response to Intervention. We run like normal maths program throughout the week, which is what we call our Tier 1 program, so that's just the general curriculum.
After we've taught the Tier 1 teaching, the core unit, all the students are given the same common assessment task so that we can look at whether or not they've all achieved the essential skills and knowledge that they need. And then based on those results, we group the children into Tier 2 interventions.
We'll have consolidation groups, extension groups, and we have our support groups. So usually they are our smallest groups because we really want them to be focused and targeted.
So for 3 half-hour sessions a week, we target just that particular skill and getting them to reach the standard within hopefully 2 to 3 weeks of that targeted teaching. We have support teachers who come into our room for the Tier 2 teaching, the small group teaching, but a lot of the time it's our specialist teachers who fulfil that role. We generally try to give them the group who is consolidating because they're generally fairly independent and they're not at risk in any way.
So what that allowed is that one teacher could work with one group and then the support person could come and work with another group.
So if a student hasn't met standard, we always try and prioritise that they go with one of the year level teachers. The work that the students will be working on is shared with those teachers so that they can prepare before they come into the classroom.
As the sessions go on, the teachers will use anecdotal notes and then have assessments at the end of sessions. It's a short test that allows the teacher to be able to ascertain whether a student did understand the skill or they weren't able to understand the skill. If they did understand, they were then moved into a different group, and then if they didn't understand, they stayed in that group and they continued to work on that skill. RTI allows the students to be metacognitive. They know exactly what they're going to be working on and they know what their goal is. I think it gives them a sense of motivation as well to want to do better.
All right, we are continuing with our place value intervention groups this week.
So what's happening now is that we've identified a few different skills that the kids are struggling with, and so they're just getting split off to go into those groups now so that they can practice the skill that we've identified that they might be missing.
So you didn't rename it, you just told us what it was. When you redo something, you do it differently. So we need to rename it. Raven, go.
36 tens.
Yep, 36 tens.
259 hundredths.
259 hundredths. Make sure you get that TH in.
And 17 tens of thousands.
Tens of thousandths. Awesome.
The Response to Intervention program was introduced around 2013 after we had been to a 2-day workshop with Chris Webber and Mike Matos. We came back as a leadership team and discussed how we were going to implement something like the Response to Intervention process because it was primarily designed for a secondary school. So we had to do a bit of tweaking here and there. And we started off with the preps. Now, I had spoken to the whole staff and reported back on the RTI, but we thought we'd start off with the preps, go through a cycle, and then come back to the staff with our results. And the results were really, really promising. So then we extended it to the other grades as well.
The response from the staff was actually really positive, I think because they could actually see the changes within the students' learning over the 3-week period. So from that, they were actually excited to go back into their curriculum and look at what they could intervene on.
For a year or two, we just looked at Tier 1 and Tier 2, but we also had those students who were Tier 3 that were 12 months to 18 months behind their peers. So we needed to develop that intervention program even further by having someone designated as a Tier 3 teacher that could pick those kids up.
So my role this year is to support the teachers through Tier 1 intervention. So I'll be in the classrooms with them for certain sessions within the week, and I'll be running the same parallel mini lesson but targeted at those 3 or 4 students that do need that extra support.
So right now Mary and I are going to be running a warm-up and the start of the mini lesson. So Mary will unpack the learning goals, and once that's done, I'll separate into the smaller room and Mary will continue the lesson, and we'll be running simultaneous mini lessons.
7. The same
Is
as.
the same as
33. So take away question mark.
awesome. So we can use the different words there because they all mean the same thing. What would I start with here? What number would I start with? 22. Then what would I do?
Plus 7.
Plus 7. Count with me.
1,
1,
2,
2,
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Our collaboration abilities have definitely grown over the years. We started off as any new endeavour, unsure, and as the years have gone, our confidence has grown, and we look at data in a different way than where we did at the start. And it's not looking at the data anymore as, oh, my grade, or this is my class. It's looking at, this is our cohort. What can we do to support them? And a lot of the PD, the professional development that we have done over the last couple of years has supported our understanding of data.
Teachers have been heavily involved in what it's developed into, and when you talk to all the different teachers, you'll find they're quite invested in the process.
RTI and the PLC process really enable us to make sure that the student is at the centre of our focus. So whatever we do, it's always with the students' learning in mind. And it gives us that whole collective ability to be able to come together through timetabling and through our professional development to be able to really, really have an impact on the student learning.